Our next guest is the founder of possibly the most unique and delicious sandwich shop you've ever experienced. Ike's Place is known for their dirty sauce and crazy sandwich names, like the Love Triangle and We're Just Friends. The San Francisco shop was featured on an episode of Man vs. Food and has been named Best Sandwich by countless publications. Here to tell us about how a hole in the wall in the Castro became a San Francisco staple is the sandwich god himself, Ike.
Oh.
How are you today, Ike?
Thank you. I'm absolutely wonderful, Martina. How are you?
I'm great. So my first question is probably the most obvious. How do you come up with all your crazy sandwich names? You've got hundreds.
Well, I get really bored sometimes, and I'm sick of eating the same sandwiches all the time because I do eat lots of sandwiches. In 2008, I had 1,000 sandwiches.
Wow, you
so
actually counted?
I was actually trying to go for 1,000. Once I got to 800, I decided to make it a goal of 1,000 sandwiches. So I had to mix it up a lot for myself to enjoy every single aspect of every single sandwich.
And so what was the first sandwich you came up with?
So the first secret sandwich that ever came up was, it's called the ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
It's a salami sandwich.
That's on the menu, right?
It's on the menu now, yes. It's salami, bacon, avocado, and cheddar cheese, and it is on the menu now, yeah.
Sounds delicious. And so you guys bake dirty sauce into your bread. And I know you can't tell me what's in the dirty sauce exactly, but how did the dirty sauce come to be?
The dirty sauce was actually an accident. Back in 2001, I mixed a whole bunch of stuff together, and it actually came out to taste wonderfully well. Somebody tried to have a sandwich shop back in 2001, though it kind of didn't work out. I'm glad it didn't because now there's Ike's. But they asked for something, I made it. They came back the very next day to get the same thing, and they said it was really amazing that I needed to try it. So I tried it. I took the first bite of a sandwich that I made with the sauce, and I said, that's dirty. And that's where it got its name from.
It's delicious. And so you guys have a bunch of sandwiches named after the Giants players. Have any of the Giants created their own sandwich?
Yes, absolutely.
Which ones?
So Tim Lincecum did design his own sandwich.
Really? The Lincecum is actually my favorite Ike sandwich.
Oh, well, let me tell you a story about Lincecum's sandwich then. Initially, before he won his first Cy Young Award, the Giants came to me and said, hey, if Lincecum wins a Cy Young, why don't you put a poster up of him on the wall with a sandwich and name a sandwich after him? And I said, okay, sounds like a good deal. If he'll endorse it, yes. So time takes forever to hear back from him, and the Giants say, yeah, just make whatever you want for him. He'll love it. We make him a sandwich. And he gets a poster, and he hates mushrooms. It has mushrooms, so he crosses out the poster, designs his own sandwich, and puts it on the board, and that's how the Lincecum came about.
That's amazing. That's a great story. And so you guys also went through like a location struggle back in 2010, which is also a good story. I mean, I was afraid Ike's was never going to come back during that time.
I was too for a little bit. What ended up happening is we got kicked out of our location due to a legal technicality, and I didn't have a place to move to. Stanford University offered us a space, and we had a location, though I wanted to keep a spot in San Francisco. I could have just left and went to Stanford. So instead, I teamed up with Lime at the time, which was a club/brunch place, and we moved there. I was closed for a week, though, before we worked out that deal. And then from there, was there for about 9 months, and then ended up moving to where Ike's is right now on 16th and Sanchez, which is essentially across the street from the first Ike's. Yes.
Yes. And so now you have a location here at San Francisco State. And so why did you choose San Francisco State out of all the colleges in San Francisco?
Oh, I chose SF State because they came and they kept emailing and calling me, and they really were persistent about getting an Ike's here. They said the students really wanted Ike's to come in, and they are my fans, and if they really wanted it, so we ended up going through the whole process and won the bid, and here Ike's is.
Well, we appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you.
So now you guys are trying to move to LA, so a lot of fans are kind of mad because they want Ike's to be like an SF only club. So what do you say to those people?
I totally understand. I was one of the people that dislikes LA, thinks they don't deserve it and all that other stuff. Though after careful consideration and seeing all the smiles that we put on people's faces at all the locations we go to, whether it's Salinas, Stanford, Cupertino, wherever, I don't think I want to deny anybody the chance to eat these sandwiches, to be happy, and they're all humans like us, so we shouldn't deny them sandwiches.
Well, as long as there's no Dodgers sandwiches, I'm happy. Yeah. So thank you so much, Ike. I'm Martina Butler. You can follow Ike's Place on Twitter at Ike's Place. You can follow me on Twitter at EmoGirlTalk, and be sure to pick up an Ike's sandwich at any of their locations. You can check out their website at ilikeikesplace.com.